Hello and welcome to yet another episode of the No Man's Sky Beyond playthrough. This is episode 4, and today we're going to go finish what we started. We're going to go get some hyperdrive fuel by finding antimatter. This is where we left off last time. Thank you once again for dropping by. I'm Ducky O'Brien, and thank you so much for watching this. I appreciate it. If you have anything that you would like to see, if you have any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below or in the chat section if you're watching on Twitch, and I'll reply to you as fast as I can. Alright, here we go. Ooh. So for me, when I do my controller playthrough, it kind of shifts to to the right. So you're gonna have to make some slight adjustments. Okay. Now we can recharge this with uranium, and now it's at full. And then pulse jump, man, the fuel I need to get from asteroids, I guess. I'm gonna have to recharge it, so. Okay, let's stop here for a second and let's go look for some asteroids, if you can find it. Now, sometimes pirates will attack you. Do not be alarmed. They're, fairly easy to defeat. But let's say you are having trouble. Just simply thrust away from this, accelerate away from them, and sooner or later they'll just give up and run away. I think the developers did this so that you have an option of disengaging if you don't want to, fight pirates. Here we go. This is where you get gold, silver, platinum. You have rockets too, but they don't really do much against asteroids. Okay. And there you go. Tritium or tritium. Really don't know how to pronounce it. Need someone to help me out here. Oh. These hyperclusters are a new item. There we go. I'm gonna move this over. Yeah, this is my starship. There we go. I guess I'm too far away from that asteroid. Wow, they made the game a lot less grindy, so, in order to farm enough pulse jump fuel, you had to sit and shoot asteroids for quite a bit. But now you're getting so much so quickly. This is actually pretty amazing. Kudos to the developers for making the game a lot less grindy and more about exploring. Wow, this is a brilliant change. I'm digging it. Anyways, let's go back. Let's find the antimatter. Yeah, the reason why I love this game so much is I was having a rough spot in life. I was having some hard times, and this is one of the first games I started streaming on Twitch pretty seriously. I don't know why, but I was just in love with this game. And it's the first time that, I felt like I had a community, because all of these nice people would come out and help me with the game and just be super encouraging. And it's the first time I met that online, because I'm used to super toxic gaming environments. I played a lot of Dota 2 and after that Overwatch, so it was a nice change of pace. And that's why this game will forever have a place in my heart. Do not shoot these whispering eggs, by the way. If you want to harvest them, they drop larval cores. Make sure you build a base computer first, and then build walls around this. And you need a base computer to be able to build walls. Build a 1x1 wood hut around these eggs, and then harvest them. If they disappear, they fell into the ground, so use your train manipulator, or underneath this, whatever this thing is, the sack. They will spawn hideous creatures that will kill you. So just be warned. It's real goopy. Just simply move that into your exosuit. The Eye of Sauron. I like how you just come to a goopy glowing eye and it gives you antimatter. 16 candles? Okay. Alright, containers contain items, obviously. You can either delete the rusted metal right away so that it opens, or move it to your exosuit. You can refine rusted metal, by the way. Alright, let's see if it can... Yeah, I don't need more I can just delete it. Ion battery. That can be used to charge your suit, by the way. These give you credits. Okay, let's see what we can delete. We got 1 salt, delete that. You can refine goop into nanites. Okay, condensed carbon is always handy. Is that it? I wanted to learn some words. Alright, let's acquire the antimatter housing unit. And then we need to delete an item. Let's move the magnetized ferrite into our starship. There you go. Warp cell. Oh, bam. Okay, quick menu, I prefer to use that, honestly. However, there are people who like, you know, going here and fueling it, or dragging the item onto it. Whatever feels natural to you. There you go. We fuel the hyperdrive. I remember this used to be really difficult, or like, it feels a little weird when you do it, a little obtuse. But when you're used to it, it ain't no thing, as they say. Let's go into space, do a barrel roll. Heck yeah. Okay. Same thing, here's the galaxy map. I'm kind of excited to see the new galaxy map. They changed it because before, honestly, it used to be a little bit more difficult to navigate. Once you get used to it, it's really nothing. But anyways, as you can see here, you can see the primary race of that system. This is Gek. You can see the commercial. Again, like certain types of systems have certain types of items, and you get the conflict level, rowdy. Okay, it's not bad. Let's go to the next one. It's a Viking system. The data's unavailable until you go there or you have a scanner. Okay, let's go. Yeah, this is bringing back memories of when I tried to warp to the center on permadeath mode. Now, back then, this was before wormhole exits. The black hole exits were static. They used to be random. So the fastest way to the center was to make jumps through wormholes, black holes, sorry. And it took about, 2-3 hours maybe. Yeah, those were the good old days. You couldn't use the trick where you teleport to like a planet near the center, drop a base computer and then build a teleporter. Doesn't work anymore. Ooh, anomalous subspace signal. Coordinates lagged. Okay, that's the station. Oh, you can scan the planet, by the way. Their nuclear planet. It tells you the resources. Oh no, high sentinel activity. They are my least favorite NPC characters in any video game ever. Alright. I love drinking tea, by the way. Just have a nice cup of oolong here next to me. My buddy, whenever he goes to Japan, always brings me back a tiny tin of matcha, and it's so good. It's like super high quality compared to the matcha you can get here in the States. And then another bag of green tea, just a regular drinking. What a nice guy. Here we are at a trade platform. I love the Viking. They're so insecure about themselves. Oh, it's the blob. He has a hologram of a blob in his hand. Okay. It's as if someone hijacked his brain. Okay. And the plot thickens. Okay, let's make some antimatter. Before you would have to, collect the ingredients, but thankfully I bought everything beforehand. Okay. I might as well craft the antimatter housing as well. There you go, warp cell created. Bam, I beat you tutorial. I did everything already. What? I have to do it again? Oh, bamboozled. What is this? Okay, there. I thought I would have to make another antimatter, and I was like, I don't want to buy anything anymore. Let's go fuel it. Again, you can use the menu here or the quick menu. I prefer using the quick menu because I am lazy. Okay. Let's go launch. Oh my. Uh-oh. Okay, so I kind of got stuck there. Flying into the station, that was my fault, but afterwards I got stuck on a part of the station. Don't panic, just make sure you point your ship in the general direction of a landing pad is open and you can land. And then you're good. Everything's good. You can buy any ship that you see, by the way, if it's owned by an NPC. Just walk up to the NPC and be like, hey, let me buy your ship. And he's like, okay. Alright, it wants us to warp again. Oh, before you warp, if you want access to the system, make sure you go to the space station, okay? Then it will unlock on your list of recently visited space stations, and you'll be able to teleport to it. It's pretty handy when you're looking for certain modules, upgrade modules for a certain part. Just easier to teleport to each station rather than fly around, which takes quite a bit of time. So highly recommend going to each station. Just visiting it alone will unlock the location. space station kind of pulls your ship in, so don't worry about like landing it perfectly. As you saw earlier, I was ramming into that trade platform, and you know, nothing happened. I would have died if I kept doing it though. What a way! What a way! All right, as you can see, every time you exit your ship, you get a nice auto save point. Okay. All right. Ore extraction. Okay. Now you can switch between like free explorer and all of that. So you know you can use whatever method you like to navigate this. There's the galactic core, by the way. When you get there, something special happens. Not gonna spoil it, so I'll just leave it there. A goal for you to achieve. Yeah, I don't know why, but I find this like sound, the hyperdrive and the teleport, like visuals and sound, very soothing. Conflict level, relaxed, awesome. That's what I like to see. I don't think it's an error that the fuel is depleted. That's normally what happens. Normally I would say no, because you know, it seems like it's glitched. Keeps talking about 16. Look at that. There's freighters. I love the starship designs in this game. Gonna scan that tiny moon. Windswept moon. Okay. What is this? The little square icon in the lower right hand corner tells you when your scanner is recharging. But this is a temperate planet with high sentinel activity. What a shame. This looks dry. I want a lush planet. Anyways, you can look at the cockpit design, and I think it's fantastic. I think they put a lot more detail in it because of VR, so you can kind of see the thrusters and the throttle and all that, and like you can look at your wings if they show up. I think it's a nice touch. It's incredible. You have to remember that these guys made this update for free. So like you can tell they put a lot of love and care into this game. Like, I'm not saying it's perfect or that it's for everyone. It's not. But I just feel the craftsmanship and the effort that they poured into this game. I think it's a credible comeback story for Hello Games. And I wish them a lot of success. Alright, here we go. I don't know why it wants me to go to this when I can make my own fuel. Just saying. Again, what do you do when you go to a new planet? Scan everything. Free nanites, my friends. This will help you get nanites. This will help you get units. This will help you get milestones. That's the most important part. And then when you go to the place that gives you nanites for milestones, you'll thank me later. What's this? Bakodim Yun Yun? The robots. Yes, of course. Always accept knowledge. Alright. Beginner learned 5 words. My goodness. Just imagine if your vocabulary was 5 words for the entirety of your life. How would you hold a conversation with someone? We can zoom in with your visor. If you have trouble scanning things. Again, the first upgrade I would recommend is the visor upgrade, so you get more money per scan as fast as you can. I would wait for S class or higher. Oh, higher. There is no higher class. I mean, S class or the highest class you can afford. Highly recommended. It'll jumpstart your units. If you don't want that, then I would highly recommend. Oh wait, these aren't knowledge stones? I'm really sad. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I want to learn words. Knowledge is power. Okay. 8 words. From 5 to 8, I have mastered a language. Oh, the heart of the anomaly. Yeah, I'll just say it's a friend, right? What's up, Rock? The Dwayne Johnson. Oh, definitely not the first for anything, so. I'll say both. Find this traveler. And it just, this magic stone gave me a warp cell. Why, thank you, friend. Thank you, Rock. I love your movies, by the way. Especially Tooth Fairy, that's a banger. Alright, let's finish scanning stuff. Also, these little icons, by the way, are food items. You can make food now. And you can give it to basically robot space Chef Ramsay, and he will be disappointed in your cooking. So that's pretty neat, if you ask me. Make sure I got. Oh, where's the explodey plant? I just heard it. Right there. We're gonna scan everything. Where was that, oh, there it is. Man, I am getting old, I think. Like the situation, that dad moment where you have sunglasses on the top of your head. And he's like, where are my sunglasses? Who took it? strangest things. That was like an episode of Family Matters? No, Step by Step. There we go. I think that will kind of reveal my age. I used to love those shows. Full House. Did I get this already? Yeah, I wish it wouldn't show things that, you know, I already got. Oh well. Let's go to space. Ooh. Oh. Someone's calling me. This is a new thing. Yeah, I didn't leave you. What are you talking about? Okay, it doesn't really matter what you pick. It doesn't really have like game changing, game altering consequences. It's pretty much the same for the most part. Here we go. Stranger. What are you buying? What are you selling? Name that game. It's Resident Evil 4. I love the NPC merchant. You can kill him, and then you can't buy stuff from him anymore. I don't know why you would do that, because he's awesome. Unless you're a jerk, I guess. I don't know. Oh! Again, scan everything. By the way, if the robot Popo come after you, you can just go back in your shuttle and be like, piss off. Okay. Let's literally scan everything that we can. Sorry, I have important things to do. I'm scanning shrubbery. Bring me a shrubbery. Name that movie as well. It's Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Another great movie. Help, help, I'm being oppressed. Oh, am I out already? Whoopsies. You know, when you're on the grind, you just don't notice when a storm takes away your shields. Okay, I moved my pop filter a little bit. Hopefully it sounds better. Alright. It's a rock. I like how the visor knows what it is, but you don't. That's a really nice visor. I would love to have this tech, you know. Oh, it's just an animal hanging out here. Look at that. What is... That looks like a bumpy creature, but... looks kinda delicious if you ask me. Alright, I'm just gonna chill out here until the storm passes. You can get upgrades to your shields and specific shields, elemental shields as well, so that you can stay outside longer. Alright. Now if you... I forgot where to check it though. There's a way to see how many minutes specifically you have. Oh well. Forget about it. What is this? Sodium, are you kidding me? I need to make sodium nitrate. Anyways, just as a side note, you might run into a canister that may say Atlas V1 pass required. That is simply an item that you can make or get, and that will allow you to unlock specific locked items. Now there's up to a V3 pass, and they all work on the lower levels. So if you have an Atlas pass version 3, it will unlock everything from version 1 and version 2 and version 3 up to version 3. So yeah, it's kind of weird that they did that, because the things that you get in these locked items not that impressive. Lock crates. Oh, it's a lovely planet though. It rains a lot. There's gigantic cow creatures. Alright, let's get some sodium nitrate. Do I have sodium? I do. Just turn that into sodium nitrate. Make sure I scanned everything possible. This is a... Oh, you can scan ships, by the way. So as you can see, this is an Explorer class ship. It's a C class, so Explorers are bonus more for Hyperdrive. And things like that, launcher fuel usage. They have different bonuses. And then, obviously, S class is the best. And the 30 plus 8 means there are 30 inventory slots and then 8 technology slots. So that's pretty good. Pretty good. The max is I believe a 48 plus 12. I don't remember. Those are haulers. Haulers are made for obviously carrying things. So let's delete this rusted metal. Let us get rid of I will keep that. Let's put the carbon in the starship. Oh, you have to be close enough, unless you have a teleporter. So that will extend the range at which you can interact with the starship's inventory. Actually, carbon I need. Let's move something I don't really need a lot of. A feline liver. For some reason, I have 29 of them. Cat livers. Don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, usually if you find a broken starship, it will have these broken things in here. Basically, to unlock that slot, you will need certain items to quote-unquote fix it, and then it will open up that slot again. So as you can see, there's 38 general slots and then 8 technology slots. Also, the way they're arranged kind of matters. So for example, this is not very optimal because if you have 8, you want all of them to be close to each other. So again, you can have that the optimal bonus setup of having a module here and then having it surrounded by 3 upgrade modules. Once I get a better multi-tool and starship, I will show everyone the optimal layout. Anyways, it'll say trade ship, but you can have up to 6 starships, so you can claim it and then it will show up in your freighter later, or you can switch between the two. I'm all S-class or bust, so let's get out of here. Decent starship though. I am a fan of explorers. Alright. Repair the stranger's distress beacon. All items acquired. Return to the beacon to begin repair. Man, stranger, you left me with a lot of work to do. Okay. Artemis. Ooh. Advanced mining laser. Yeah, and this is probably one of the earliest upgrades you'll need as well, because the resources that you see that are humongous and have the advanced form of resources like condensed carbon, you know, stuff like that, you need an advanced mining laser for. Craft nanotubes, craft or purchase hermetic seal, and then purchase wiring loom from space terminals. Alright. Welp. Let's go to the multi-tool. Now you could install it here or wait to buy a better multi-tool. Personally, I don't really care. So I'm just gonna install it anyways. The inventory management is a little bit tedious at the early game, but again, you can buy extra slots, so don't forget that. You can get the buried tech, the salvageable tech, and just sell that for money. It's pretty good money. It'll give you a jump start on getting better items as well. So it's not that bad. It's not as bad as people make it out to be. Alright, let's turn the Gek. Put the Gek relic in there. Let's put all the stuff that I don't need, like scaly meat. That looks like a horrifying gumball made of like space parasites or something. Doesn't really look appealing. Okay, sulfurine you don't really need, but I'll keep it. By the way, you have a lot of basically emotes. You can unlock more with Quicksilver. You can sit down. I like this one. Pooh sits down to contemplate life. I like this one a lot. You can quick bind them as well. So as you can see, if you push control to 0 and 1 or 9 or whatever it is, that means when I push the 1 button, it will execute that. So being able to quick bind stuff, again, very awesome photo mode. This game has some of the best. This game has probably the best photo mode that I've seen so far. You can move the sun. You can change all of these settings and take fantastic pictures. There's an incredible thread on Reddit with just amazing pictures from this game. We're checking out. Alright. Let's get some knowledge before we leave. Also make sure we didn't miss anything scannable. Not very important, but it's just, scan as much as you can so you can get a jump start on getting nanites. See here, pure ferrite and sodium advanced mining laser required. Oh, there was an unidentified material. Scan it. Learned the word for the. Well, that's really important though. What is this I'm looking at? Oh, it's armadillo creatures. What? the rock is in the way. The rock is everywhere. That's weird. Did I scan it already? Or, red means unscanned, though. Alright, let's get closer. Okay, there's a plant here as well that I didn't get. I guess I tricked a lot in this game. Just so much you can do. I believe I got this one already, yep. Let's return to our ship and continue our journey before we spend hours like going on random adventures. This planet is pretty nice though. I like this. I don't like sentinels, but it can't be helped. More often than not, nice planets like this have high sentinel activity. Can't be helped. Basically, they're little floating robots that will attack you if they see you mining a lot. Now, there's a really easy way to avoid them. So what you do is, on just regular planets with average sentinel activity, if you stay far away from them, they will go towards the point of contact that your mining laser makes. So, if I'm here, the sentinel is somewhere over here, and I'm mining this tree, it will just go to that point where my laser hits the tree. So you can kind of like kite them around. Kind of like playing with a laser pointer and a cat. Anyways, some minor tips. The thing is, you don't need to do that anymore because they decrease the frequency at which you see sentinels, and I'm so thankful for that. Alright. Communicator dance. Oh. This is kind of different. Okay, Arnav's entity received your signal. Okay. It's a giant ball. Here we go. Daft Punk guy told me to come into his giant spaceship, which is a Death Star. This is awesome, by the way. They changed the space anomaly so much, it got like a facelift and then some. It used to be a really small area, but now these are real people here, by the way. These are actual people. Now, you can go to the Nexus here, where you can do a lot of missions with other people. Oh, I can't do it yet, but this is where you go to do missions. And then all of these guys will do unlock things for you. That's the Quicksilver bot, I think. Yep. What is up, my homie? So, as you can see here, you can get, it's a pretty sweet helmet. All of these are... Oh, yep. Here you go. More emotes. Fantastic items for your base. They're pretty cool. I have a little bit unlocked. I don't have all of them. But I do like the blob statue. I think it looks ridiculous. I do like the Diplo statues. These little robotic companions, definitely worth getting. They're pretty cool. And then let me see if I can find, yes, the small aquarium, also awesome. It looks lovely. Man. Okay. Anyways, you'll be able to unlock Quicksilver in community events and all that. Oh, what is this? Here, Ruben. Yeah, what does that mean? Is that German? All of these guys basically unlock stuff. It's a tree man. Kind of reminds me of the tree people from Annihilation, the movie. There you go. Heck yeah. Alright, you probably need around like 400 plus units for S-Class modules. Just keep that in mind. That may seem a lot, but don't worry, you'll be rolling in nanites sooner than later. Gold nuggets. Milestone data. This guy looks ridiculous. There we go. We got 400. We have enough for one S-Class module now. Alright. These guys don't really say much. Gemini. How are you doing, my dude? I'm just skipping through the text a little bit. This guy looks ridiculous, by the way. It's kind of like a Furby. Furby and an Ewok kind of mashed together. Oh, I am a traveler. Travelers are certain entities in this game. You'll find out later what a traveler is. Okay, see you later, Furby man. Alright, this guy is hilarious because he will judge the food items that you make. It looks like a watermelon. Look at this filth, tripe, rot. My tongue shudders at this monstrosity. Well, gee whiz, Gordon Ramsay. Gee willikers. Okay, so this area is the sweet spot. So this is where you want to come to unlock all the sweet new tech. You talk to these guys. This walrus man is the exocraft dude. So you can go to the tree here. So before it used to be unlocked randomly, and now it makes more sense because everything's laid out clear and neat here, and you can see what you want. So most of this, the exocraft stuff didn't really change. It's pretty much the same, but you can sort of see what you got here. You got regular engine, and then you have the signal booster, which will let you, scan for certain buildings, and these are upgrades to it. And then here's the accelerator. You can boost. You have the mining laser, and then the mining laser upgrades. You also have a cannon as well. And then the Humble Drive is the submarine engine. And then you got a generator. It slowly recharges the Humble Drive. It does use a lot of fuel, and it's a different kind of fuel because it's a submarine. Again, you got a scanner, you got a mining beam, and you got an underwater cannon. Now, you can buy multi-tools if you want from stores, space stations. Yeah, this shark guy looks awesome, by the way. I set the graphics setting a little bit lower than usual, so it looks a little bit plain, but I guarantee you this game is lovely. I just can't run it the highest. And get stable frames while I'm streaming / recording. Anyways, you can see the stuff that you can build in your multi-tool. So optical drill is the new addition here. Again, look at this. Resource mined plus 50%. That's huge, alright? Up to a certain point. Because again, when you get a lot of money, you just buy everything. You got the scanner, and then here, this is the survey device which you use to kind of place the new power items like the geomagnetic generator. And then you got these different guns. So barrel ionizer basically helps your regular boltcaster, which is a pistol. You got the plasma launcher and the geology cannon. So the plasma launcher is your grenade launcher. It does a large AoE. It will also kill you. It does friendly fire to yourself. Careless use can result in damage to users. So when you're playing permadeath, do not install this on your multi-tool. You will eventually end up killing yourself. The geology cannon is like the plasma grenade launcher in that it does a large amount of AoE damage, but it will also alter the environment. So this is a great way to dig up dirt. Blaze javelin is basically your laser rifle, and this is your upgrade to it. Get damage plus 20. The scatter blaster is your shotgun, so it does a wide range. This is my personal favorite, the scatter blaster and the plasma grenade. Even though I've killed myself countless times with that, with that add-on. You got reload time. These are like upgrades. So these are your main modules. These are your upgrades to the main module, and then on top of that, again, you can get up to 3 modules that give bonuses to the main module here. Alright, pulse splitter. This is basically your machine gun, rapid fire, and then you got your clip size plus 20 upgrade here. So these cost nanites. Personally, I don't think you really need much other than the waveform recycler, the survey device, the optical drill, and probably the bolt caster if you want a gun. Generally, I don't use weapons that much, other than to destroy sentinels because they're annoying jerk faces. Okay, here we go. Oh, that tongue still gets me. That's disgusting. Alright. So these are your exosuit upgrades. So there's a lot of new additions here. You got your language translator, and it translates words. Might seem useless, but it's quite handy when you're farming blueprints. And then you got your jetpack upgrades here. So these are worth getting, by the way. You can increase your tank capacity and your sprint distance. That's very handy. Advanced jump is basically after everything's done, you can take another jump. It's pretty handy, and these are water jets for underwater travel. Your hazmat gauntlets let you pick up certain substances. You can harvest plants or hazardous substances. You'll see them in caves usually. And then you got your elemental shields here. Your hot, your cold, your radioactive, and toxic. And then you have your aeration membrane, which means it will let you breathe underwater a lot more. And then your shield lattice, which increases your shield capacity. All of these are worth getting. They'll make your life easier. Now, we have the starship upgrades here. Now, this depends on your preference. I would definitely get these hyperdrives because they will let you travel to red, green, and blue star systems. So, the red drive lets you travel to red star systems, obviously, right? And the green star, blah blah blah. You got the economy scanner, conflict scanner. You can see data about a system before you go there. The most important one is the teleport receiver, where you can send and receive products and substances to your exosuit over a longer distance. That makes it handy. And then the efficient thrusters, so that you use less launcher fuel. And then the launcher fuel recharger. This is the new item I was talking about. It's amazing. Highly recommended. Everything else is like whatever. Again, these items, these are weapons and their related upgrades, I should say. And they're pretty similar to your multi-tool in that you got your phase beam, which is your laser beam. You got your positron ejector, which is your shotgun. Your infra knife, which is your machine gun. Your cyclotron ballista, which is kind of like your plasma grenade, and then your rocket launchers. Alright. You can mix and match, or install all of them if you want, depending on your preference. Personally, I'm a huge fan of the shotgun. When you go up close to an enemy ship and shoot them, they're so dead. They are so dead. Alright. Again, I'll leave it up to you what you want. Unlocking all of them over time, it's gonna be easy, but if I were gonna prioritize anything, it would be the efficient thrusters and the launch system recharger, and then the teleport receiver. Okay. After that, there's a portal here. I heard there's some bugs about logging off in the Anomaly, so I would make sure not to do that. And there are some bugs related to using the teleporter in the Anomaly itself. I don't know what it is, but apparently there's a bug. This guy. This guy is like obsessed with portals. Again, I set the graphics setting to what lower than I usually do, so it looks a little bit plain, but I guarantee you this game looks gorgeous. I just can't run it as well. I lowered it a little bit for the sake of having a smoother recording environment. Anyways, here's Nada, Daft Punk guy. What's up, Nada? Long time no see. So Artemis is a fellow traveler. So basically the robot race lost their planet, and they're part of like a hive mind, and he's kind of his own person now. The convergence, like the hive mind. He's saying that his hive mind is his buddy Polo now. Smaller but a lot more happier. The Atlas is basically like this deity figure in this universe, and the Sentinels are basically the minions of the Atlas, the robot police. And they keep the order in the universe, so if anything is threatening the balance of the universe, they will just eliminate it. Which is why if you harvest too many materials on the planet, the Sentinels will come in and stop you because you're threatening the balance of that planet. Alright, well, thanks, Nada. Let's go talk to Polo. Gak dude. I feel like they changed their costumes a little bit. Friends in all shapes, all sizes, all places. Oh, what a good way to put it. Polo, you're so positive. Discovery is exciting. Yes, it is. So I'm really glad they added this area because I'll speak to other travelers to earn nanites, learn new blueprint technologies, browse a huge array of base parts, speak to Nada about Artemis. Okay. Let's go speak to Nada about Artemis, even though I already did that. Okay, well that's done. Alright. I think this is a great place to end here. This is fantastic, by the way. It's just more, it makes more sense. Like, honestly, unlocking things this way, visually, it makes more sense. It gives you a real feel of progression and something to work towards. Like, let's say you want to have a swag multi-tool with all the weapons on it, which you can. It's gonna give you a reason to farm nanites. You can earn nanites by doing missions, by doing a lot of things. You can just simply buy pugnium and refine it. I don't know if they changed that or not. I'm gonna have to check. I'm just assuming a lot of things aren't changed yet. But yeah, and here, once you go to the Nexus, you can do missions with other people, and it kind of makes this world feel a little more lived in. I talked to this guy already, but yeah, I'll talk to him again. Okay, tree man. Oh, data planets, alright. Thank you for the nanites, appreciate it. Learn new technology blueprints. Okay. This is nice in that it's teaching you how to use this stuff. Again, it might be a little obtuse when you're first playing the game, but once you get used to it, it's pretty straightforward. It used to be worse, believe it or not. A lot worse. Alright. Oh, the tongue is... Ugh. Ugh, okay. Let's see. Let's get... Yeah, I wanna be able to run more. I hate not being able to run. Anyways. Okay, browse a huge array of base parts. Wait, isn't that in here too? Oh, it wants me to build the neural stimulator. I can just build it here, I guess. Oh, oxygen recycler. That support tank plus. I would like to have all my slots unlocked before I start installing tech on it, but you know what? Let's just put it here. Okay, I don't have to worry about oxygen as much anymore. Okay. We got that done. Alright, I'm gonna call it an end there. Next time, for the next episode, I will partake in some of these multiplayer missions, just to show everyone what it's like. It's gonna be my first time doing it as well. Earlier, it used to be that you would have to join a multiplayer party with up to 4 people. So again, it used to be 4 people only. And then you could do missions together from the freighter, but now it's a lot better. Alright, yeah, this is awesome. There's up to 32 players on PC, 16 on console. It's incredible. It's absolutely incredible. Alright, I think the noise is a little bit loud for some reason. Anyways, that's gonna be it for this episode. They changed the structure of the tutorial missions a lot. It used to be that you just went straight into building the NPC terminals, but here it's kind of gently sliding you into the game and teaching you how to unlock these things. I think overall it's a lot better in that you have a clear goal now, and it gives you a clear route to whatever you want to progress in. So I think it's well done. I think it makes the game more intuitive. It explains things more. Anyways, here are your milestones, so you can figure this out. They're tied to achievements, also nanites. And then you got your standings here with each race and faction. You don't really get much for this, but if you want to max something out, I was working towards it, and I did max most of it out, and then somehow the words reset, so not appreciative of that, but oh well, what can you do? Anyways, yeah, I'll come back, and then next episode, I will go explore. We'll go explore the multiplayer stuff, and then continue on the story mission. Anyways, thank you so much for dropping by and watching. If you have any questions, comments, things you would like to see, please feel free to leave a comment below or in the chat as well, depending on where you're watching from. And yeah, I have a guide video made on No Man's Sky and surviving the first 30 minutes. It's one of the earlier videos I made, so it's not that great, but it's still what is the word I'm looking for? It's still relevant, even though the game has changed. I made it pre-Beyond, and if you want to check that out, it's going to be in the description below the video. And I made some parody episodes using No Man's Sky. If you're interested in that, I'll have the link to the first episode in the description as well. Anyways, thank you so much for dropping by. I really do appreciate it. I can't say that enough. And again, see you guys until next time. I don't know what's gonna say there. I messed it up. That's okay. See you guys next time. Thank you once again for dropping by.